Okay, so welcome to the first FSCopilot tutorial for the simulation division. Today we are going to install FSCopilot and FSInn so you can connect to the FSCopilot Flight Sim network server thing. Right, so first step, get yourself the connect pack. Make sure you've extracted the two files in there to somewhere you know where they are. Before we're going to install those, you're going to need to go to where Steam Edition of FSX is installed. So in my case, I've put it in a separate folder on the C drive. So you'll go into FSX, go down to SDK, into Core Utilities Kit, SimConnect SDK, and then to Legacy Interfaces. Now we need to install these in order. So we'll start with FSX RTM. Double click that to install it. Click yes on the pop-up, and OBS is going to go to a blank screen. You'll get something like this. Click accept. That's that one installed. Go back to Legacy Interfaces, Service Pack 1, yes. Again, OBS is going to go to a blank screen, but you'll get the accept screen. Legacy Interfaces again, FSX expansion pack, and that's that one installed. Right, cool. Go back to our common folder for now. Okay, so we can minimize that because you are going to need that shortly. But first, let's move on to installing FSCopilot and FSInn itself. Right click FSCopilot and run as administrator, just to make sure. So it'll load up like this. The first time you do load it up, it may ask for some prerequisites to be installed, like the .NET Framework 3.5. You do have to install those before it will run, so once you go through that, you don't have to restart your computer. If it doesn't work after you've installed those, you may have to, but I haven't had to. So click next. It can be installed there, but for my case, I'm going to install it on a separate hard drive. Make sure that's checked, and install. Click next when it says completed, and close. Next, you want to install FSInn, so same process again. Same process that my OBS will go to a blank screen for a second. Click next. Agree. Uncheck Ask Network User Infos. Click next. Click next. Don't need to select any of those, and install. If you wanted any of those, you can of course select them, but in this case we don't need them. Again, you may need another Windows feature like Direct Play, as I'm just finding out, so you can install this feature. There we go. That installed. And this should, yep, there we go, continue to install. Wait, it'll say completed, click next and close. Now, next step is you'll go back to your common folder and you'll notice there is an FS folder now there. Now, on Box Edition, you won't need to do this step, or the step about installing SimConnect at the start, but for Steam Edition you do. For some reason it doesn't actually install the modules where they should be. So to start with, go into the FSX folder, and let's try and create a new folder. There we go, new folder, and we'll call it modules with a capital M. That's your common folder, FS, modules. You're going to need the FSCopilot. Copy that and put it into your modules folder. There we go. Now, as a precautionary step, you can open up the control panel, the FSInn control panel. So this one here is a different logo to the desktop one. Right click that, run as administrator. And that will open up. Just in the bottom here, you'll see a little thing there. It's not connected to Flight Sim FSX yet, but it is open. Next, you want to type in FSInn, and you want the FSInn UI again, run as administrator. Okay, those two things should load up there. You should now be safe to close them. It just needed to create some things. Right, now we can open up FSX. You'll notice you'll get a Microsoft Flight Simulator security warning for the FSCopilot.dll. Click Run. Yes. And there we are in FSX. Now, there's no need to load any special flight or change any settings here. What I normally do is just go click on Free Flight and fly now. I have my FSX in windowed mode just for this tutorial. Once it's finished loading all of its stuff, it should load us in. Okay, there we are. I'm going to hit P to pause the game. So now you should see you've got an add-ons menu if you didn't have any add-ons before. Under it there'll be FSCopilot. Click on In Control Panel. You'll see it's now processing aircrafts. This can take a while depending how many aircraft you have in FSX, but hopefully it won't be too long. There we go. You may get a Windows security alert. Click Allow Access. Okay, you'll notice that this has come up now. Click Set in the bottom right. Click on Basic. And then you have the default call sign. Enter your default call sign. For myself, it's going to be EE-actual. User infos is your name. And then your home base. In my case, it's EGNX. Or Echo Golf November X-Ray. Moving on to the Network tab, let's start by going to Peer-to-Peer. And here we want to disable automatic peer-to-peer establishing. Then Net2 if you want. Change the net label to whatever you like. I have EE. And then I'm just going to pause for a second and grab my ID and password. Okay. I've entered my ID and my password. From what I can tell, you can't actually paste them in, so you're going to have to type them in. You can get your ID and password direct from the Simulation Division Director. Net specific call sign can be pretty much anything you want. Again, I'm just going to go with EE-actual. Now the server, you're going to want to connect to our server, so you can type in enterprise.earthelite.co.uk. That's all you need to enter. You can hit the little X down there. And if everything has worked right, when you click on the EE network, give it a minute to connect. There we are, we have connected. If you get this, as I just have, then you fix that, if I remember correctly. Run FSInn UI as administrator again. And just click on chat. You can close that and then close that one. And hopefully, there you go, you have the chat working. And there you see the welcome message of the server. And you are now connected to the server. You can see other people that are flying around and they can see you. In the next tutorial, we're going to go through multi-crew sessions and how to set them up as captain and how to set them up as first officer. As first officer, you're going to have to change some settings in here. The last step you need to know for this, however, is when you're done playing and want to disconnect, all you have to do is click it again and you are off the server. If that's helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the FSCopilot technical department or contact the Simulation Division staff.